So we're gonna. I mean, maybe they didn't make it.
And I've been born in New York.
How about this one? All right. The first all-female rap group was called the Mercedes Ladies.
All female. From where?
I think they were from New York City.
Nah, nope.
I ain't never heard of them either.
The first lady, huh?
Mm-hmm.
First female rap group?
Mm-hmm. That's what they're saying.
Never heard of them.
Me either.
The Mercedes
If
Ladies.
they was out there, they was like...
Because they know,
Peace.
You know how I don't believe that?
Why?
Because back in the day, people wasn't really naming themselves out the materialistic shit. Like, they wasn't like, oh, we're the fucking Coke boys, or, we're like the fucking... The Mercedes Ladies. It just sounds like it don't sound right. Like we got Mercedes.
I mean, we can always. We
the Mercedes Ladies. We drive the I-Class or something.
We could always
They could be from
look
California.
it up.
Possibly.
Mercedes. Maybe they were down with Ice Cube and them.
Nah, hell no.
The first though, because
we would've known.
They was Stetsasonic first, right? Not first, but there was
Stetsasonic, yeah.
They was from actually Eazy-E founded them. Dr. Dre made that beat, Supersonic, one of them fucking beats. I was surprised when I heard that.
I didn't even know that. I'm learning that right now.
Yeah. It's true though.
That's the ill thing about Eazy-E. Eazy-E was like, he wasn't really a rapper, but when he did rap, he was rapping gangster shit. But then he found like some of the most like different type of talent that was completely opposite of the stuff that they did, like Bone,
Stetsasonic.
You know what I'm saying? I was surprised. Like his eye for talent was obviously very fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, back then, talent had. I mean, it had somewhat of a gimmick, but at the same time, like you had to have like real talent, like it isn't today, where everybody's like skirt, and all this other stuff like that. So check this out. So going back to the old school stuff, we talk about all the old school stuff because we got the OG in the building.
We old too.
Today,
double OG. We just OG.
Since today that Queen Latifah has huge mainstream success, but she started out beatboxing with a female rap group called
Salt and Pepper.
Come on, man.
Stetsasonic.
Is that your best? That's the best you can do?
What's her name?
Spinderella.
Queen Latifah. The first group that she was ever in. Queen Latifah was ever in. And she was beatboxing. She didn't even rap. We're talking about the 80s here.
Come on, we try to talk about the people that she was beatboxing for.
Ladies Fresh.
Came out.
Ladies Fresh.
Who was she beatboxing for?
apparently a group called Ladies Fresh.
Apparently, yeah. Are we supposed to come up with that answer? Yeah, like cousin.
I was never coming up with that answer.
I mean, I wasn't really expecting this. This is Nabi's hip hop facts. All right, so.
Her cousin in that group and her best friend who's now.
I mean, it was probably Precious and Big Booty Judy was in there. Do you know about everybody knows about Big Booty Judy.
Everybody knows.
So all right. So the inventor of scratching is considered Grand Wizard Theodore. Considered the first person to actually
ever scratch.
Yeah, well, to make it popular. To make it popular, you know what I'm saying?
This dude was known at the very beginning of DJ and Will Smith DJ
Jazzy Jeff. Yeah,
he invented the transformer that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. They broke a lot of ground. That was the first hip hop person that had their own hip hop show was the Fresh Prince. That was big for hip hop because at the time there wasn't no images of hip hop like that, like positive images of hip hop related things. There was only negative. And Will Smith, a lot of people try to act like he's corny, but he broke barriers and he didn't sell out. He didn't do it corny. Like he didn't he didn't go like on there and have all white girls and stuff like that and try to act white. Like he was himself and he stayed hood, but he also showed level of progression by being. And his uncle was like a judge and he was a black man, kind of like it was kind of like a 90s hip hop version of what the Cosbys did for like black TV in the 80s, because prior to Cosby, a lot of black TV was like Sanford and Son and this and that. There was like funny stuff and but it wasn't like black people like as like prominent people until
the Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons, they were big. I guess
George Jefferson owned his own. He lived in a penthouse apartment. He owned his own company.
But I felt like the Cosbys was the one that really showed like the family unit.
Because
and
they
then
had younger kids in it.
Something. Jackson's son. What's his name? With the old guy.
Fred Sanford.
Fred Sanford. I'm coming, Weezy. Yeah, but that was more comedy, and it was like him and his son. But I mean, like a whole family.
It was a family between him and his son.
The first time you seen black kids go to college on TV was through the
between the
Cosby's.
Cosby Show was like they was
That's
younger
the first
kids.
time I see it through the
Yeah,
Cosby's.
That was the first time you seen black kids go to college
Through the Cosby's.
on TV like that. Like as far as a
Comeback college.
like a
show
Comeback
you know what I mean?
Show.
Slim.
It wasn't
Slim, can you get the door?
They would say somebody went to college in that show.
It wasn't like a full black show. They had some Spanish
What?
guys.
A different world?
No, Comeback. What's it called? Comeback.
No, what Comeback college?
Welcome Back Carter. Yeah, that was a mix.
Welcome Back Carter.
That was a mix. That was a mix. And then you know what was crazy, because for years I used to watch the show when I was younger, but it wasn't until I got older that I really realized that she was the character, but I didn't really get that A Different World was a straight up spin off of the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
It's a different world. For those of you 90s babies that don't know, A Different World was the first show about all black college TV show. It showed was it at Howard University in DC?
I'm not sure.
Or was it?
100% sure about that. I have to look that up. No.
There's a few black colleges out there, and I think it might have been at that. But anyways, that
Spellman maybe.
Spellman, that's what I think it was.
Yeah.
Was Spellman. So they're saying that Clive Kool Herc Campbell is credited as the first hip hop DJ in the world, because he come here from. He was the one that came from Jamaica and brought the sound systems with him, right?
Kool Herc.
Yeah, like they brought the sound systems with him, because that's what they used to do in Jamaica prior to hip hop. Because hip hop started out with the DJ, just the MC, just kind of announcing things. Like the MC wasn't the most important part.
Yeah.
The DJ, when hip hop started, the DJ, there really wasn't an MC. The MC was just like hyping up the crowd.
The DJ,
Yeah, just hyping up the crowd and whatnot. So it's like it was the MC, which is the most prominent part of hip hop now, was actually the minor part.
The middle. The golden era of hip hop was the.
But now
it was more about the producer.
People only remember the DJs like if they're like really really famous, or if they're like DJ Khaled featuring. But I'm saying but there's a lot of DJs who people don't really acknowledge the name, because they don't really pay attention. Like people don't think about who's the DJ for that Future song. They're like, that's Future song. They don't talk about the DJ. But back in but people
especially when they go on shows, like when they do shows and stuff, and then you find out who that person's DJ is.
DJ Khaled, because he's gonna say it.
See, but a lot of these young cats don't realize that's how hip hop started, right? Because these dudes came from Jamaica, where they used to have these giant speakers and these sound systems, and they used to hook them up in the South Bronx and all over New York, and it spread like wildfire. They would have these parties, and they would sometimes get like the electricity from the things and just throw them on the corner, and then like these sound systems were so massive that whoever had the loudest sound won, and the MC was like just a hype man. Like he wasn't the DJ was the main guy.
It wasn't really about the rhymes. He was,
you know what I'm saying?
Like go in there and spit some. Get my DJ's a man. Watch what he do with his hands, some type of bullshit like that.
They said that they used to do stuff like they used to hook their boys up with girls. Their boys would be like 17 years old. They'd be like, "Yo, young D, your Mercedes is double parked outside. You gotta move it." And other girls be like, "Oh God, he got a Mercedes!" And the dude got dropped off. But that's how the Mercedes girl started.
Now, so what you're saying, because I did a lot of like research, and I was an old soul, growing up. So I liked all the old stuff. So I did a lot of research, and that's how they did it in New York. I'm from New York too, from BX.
How old are you?
25.
25. Our youngest host and new host. Only female host. Well, Bronx is taking over. There's only 2 of y'all in here. There's 5 people that work. There's 5 people that work on the show, and the Bronx is taking over. That's New York for you. If there's 2 New York motherfuckers in the room, they're taking over. So all right, so check this out. Who was the first rapper on national TV?
I know it was a group.
No. It was a person. You can't argue with Nabi's facts. I know you're new to the show, but you got to get in line with this.
First rapper on TV.
The first rapper
on national TV.
In national TV in
Curtis
New York.
Blow.
In New York.
In general.
Curtis Blow.
It was Curtis Blow. It was thanks. It was thanks to a cameo on Soul Train. Soul Train.
That's true, but Curtis Blow started in the street. He was one of the foundation.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was one of the foundation, because I lived there. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing you were talking about, they have block party. They close down the street. When they close down the street, that's when the DJ come out for different projects, because they used to do it in the projects. You got one DJ one side, one DJ the other side. You got or the light, or the light pole. Yeah. They light it up. They put the equipment there.
Now, what year are we talking now?
I'm talking about before.
So we're talking 80s.
No,
70s.
Before the 80s. We're talking about 73, 74. 70 people used to go out there and DJ battles.
See, I always think of hip hop in terms of starting in the 80s, even though I know it started earlier.
It started in the 80s, when they got
when it got big, right?
When they got famous, when they got a name
in the 80s.
When they got the name and everybody said, wow, and everybody got involved with it.
Yep.
That's what happened in the old days. But in the 70s, that was, people was battling it, going out there to get the spare, and the prizes that win, you know, that's what they were doing for. So, because at that time, you didn't have B-boys and B-girls, you had gangs. Yep. You had a whole bunch of different gangs out there.
You had to be in a gang to go anywhere in the South Bronx, right?
No. Not only the South Bronx. Anywhere in the Bronx, you had to be down with somebody.
Yeah.
Or in Brooklyn, because I'm from Brooklyn too. So, and I live in Queens. I live in Manhattan. They had different gangs. You got to know about, you know, the Savage Scar, Savage No Mans, the Seven Immortal, the Ghetto Boys, and all these guys. They was out there before. They were dancing. And those guys, when they heard the DJ coming out there and playing, mixing and scratching and transforming, that's when these dudes left the thing and became B-boys and breakdancing. You know?
I mean, the DJ's job was to keep the B-boys going.
It's not only to keep it, to keep the community,
the party going, yeah, right.
To keep the community in a normal thing. Because music is what make us more. When you listen to music, you there, you say, oh shit, you're moving. You're moving your leg, you're moving your hand.
Everything's
you know
okay.
I mean? Everything's okay. You're
it's
in the
peace,
middle.
yeah.
You're in the middle peace thing.
Yeah.
You know, now they didn't have music. People still be doing wild things in the Bronx. If people remember Alphabet City.
Alphabet City,
yeah, right there when they threw the kid off the roof. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. The history came when people in the Bronx were going wild, throwing things.
Do you think that, being somebody who's from New York and was there when hip-hop first started, who participated in it, do you feel that when hip-hop started, it saved a lot of lives by stopping some of the violence?
That's true. Because hip-hop is a way of life and a culture. It comes from Africa. If we go back, the drums, the dancing, that come to all the way down to Motown, to funk, to jazz, and then hip-hop came later. Hip-hop came off, it was a seed from
everything.
Thank you.
When hip hop first, when it started, so so this goes into we're talking to Cheeba Rock, who is an OG. He's one of our guests today. Double OG. You're 54 years. So how old were you when you first remember seeing something that you would consider like what would become what we call hip hop? Like how
14 years.
So you're 14. So we're talking like almost 40 years ago. So what year is that now? What year? How old were you in? So what year were you born?
70. I was born in 63.
Yep. So be
70 something.
All right.
So you said born in 73.
81. I was 18.
Yes,
and I live in Rhode Island. I came out to Rhode
63.
Island.
Oh, so 77.
All right, so 70. So just to stay on point. So in 77, you're in New York. What did you see? What was the first thing you remember seeing that you were like, this is something, like this is hip hop, like you knew it was something that was different, like a different culture, like something was becoming something, because it didn't just like. It wasn't like overnight. It was just there. Like it happened slowly. You know what I'm saying? So what was the first thing?
So yeah, at first like a fad.
Yeah. Like did you see guys on the corner dancing first? No, did you see guys with turntables first? What did you first see?
I see guys with turntables.
That was before the breaking?
They used to have, before breaking and all that, because a long time ago in New York, we got hooky. Everybody people from New York, they should know what's hooky.
That's my favorite
thing.
They cut
class, they go to the basement, abandoned the buildings. They play jams. That's what the first time I see people playing music and all that. Because we was in gangs. So we say, well, shit, look at these guys like scratching. How cool we get involved with this? You know?
That's when the Zulu Nation and everything was coming up, right?
Yeah, Zulu Nation came later because you had the Ghetto Boys, you had the Savage No
Just straight gangs.
You had gangs because African Bambaataa, he was in the A's.
One of my favorite artists is
Fast Place,
Black
the Pearls.
Yeah.
All Pearls was in Manhattan.
Savage Nomads and all that.
Savage Nomads. You got a lot of, when Zulu came out, they had war with the Bull Busters. That was another group, but that was a Latino group. That was a group with
They were called what?
The Bull
Busters.
Okay.
They was a Latino group from Manhattan, from Riverside and things like that in the old days.
Yeah.
Because I used to live in.
They used to kick people in the balls or something. Is that what?
No, they call it ball busters. Like they ball bust you, joke you, they chop your chop.
Like
if they see you, they say, look at this.
Oh, so they do.
What's that? Esto basura.
Oh yeah, it's trash. Yeah, see, it's trash. So they do drive-by insults.
Yeah, they do all that. Yeah.
Drive-by, hey, look at this ugly shirt.
Yeah, but they see you walking. They see you walking with colors. See, in the old days, you can't walk with somebody block, and then you go pass through there like now. Because in the old days, if you got colors or anything, or you walk in there like
at this time now, we're talking about the beginning of hip hop in the 70s. Were the Moreno and the Latino were the blacks and the Spanish segregated, or were they friendly with each other?
That's the party.
No. That's when hip hop came around. That's when black, Spanish, and everybody got more.
But before it was separate though.
Before. See,
like Boricua didn't chill with the Moreno, right? Like you didn't chill. Puerto Ricans didn't chill with blacks at that time.
No. They didn't chill with whites. They stayed with their own. And this is a thing in the old day, because you got to remember the white people. They will try to control everything. They try to diss all the blacks. And that time the black go in the back bosses. The Latino, they used to kick my father off the bus because he don't speak English. So we have more difficult in the old days too. So in the old days, when the first Puerto Rican came from Puerto Rico, they made the Young Lords. The Young Lords.
Shout out to the Young Lords.
The Young Lords, they original. They helped the community.
Yeah, they were inspired by for people who don't know, the Young Lords were a group of Puerto Rican gang that became a political. They became a political organization, and they spread to a chapter in Chicago and other places. And I myself am very as someone who's a Taino activist, I'm very inspired by the legacy of the Young Lords.
See, that's the thing I want to talk to you about. Yeah. You say you Taino, right? Mm-hmm.
Taino he was Taino. He said he was.
Yeah. He said
he didn't say he was. He said he was activist.
Activist for the whole area, for that whole concept. Yeah, for the movement of trying to be in touch with indigenous stuff as opposed to more Americanized things. But that's a whole nother conversation. Okay. But get back to the history point.
What was you say about the Taino thing?
Nah, the thing is, the original name was Aqua. Mm-hmm. Aqua.
That's true.
The name of Puerto Rico was the name they gave us.
Boricuan. Well, Boricuan was the original.
Borinque was original, Boricua and all that. Mm-hmm. That's the original roof of our people. Mm-hmm. But people took, when Taínos was saying Taíno, that word means peace. Mm-hmm. So Christopher Columbus gave them that name, and they got stuck with that name. But the original name was Alawa.
It's true, but
like
activists, but people that are activists don't necessarily identify with that.
I thought I was in India, so I'm gonna call these people Indians.
Well, that's what it was.
I know he thought he was Indian, so he called the American Indians the natives.
He was lost
and called them Indians. They're Indians.
Can we just go on camera saying fuck Christopher Columbus?
Like how? No. You can say all that. You can say Pablo too, because he's killed everybody in the old days and everything too.
True, but let's get back. So let's
to hip hop.
Yeah, but let's because we could talk hip hop history all day.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward to what was your involvement in the growing culture of hip hop as it began in New York.
See,
what did you do to participate in it?
Oh, I was a dancer.
I mean, when you say dancer, get a little more specific.
I like,
they might think you was a Chippendale or something.
Yeah, you could call me Chippendale or whatever.
You had your shirt off in the club?
Some money and things like that.
Cocaine 80s.
Not shit, but in the old days, my thing was, I was a dancer. You know what I mean? My family, they do the salsa.
Was it called b-boying when you started it?
No. Before, they didn't call b-boy. If we want to go real history,
that's the only thing we want.
It started in 1930, 40, 50, 60. Look at your history. They got a lot of documental inside YouTube. You can look into it, and you go see white people and all this. They were doing break dances, spinning on their head. That little girl, Shirley Temple, all this. That's the history where it came from. Before it became b-boy, break dance, and hip hop, you got to know where it came from. And then some people say, oh, we created this. We didn't create it there. It was there. The only thing we did, change the name,
made it better,
make it better. Put some sabor, put some salsa, put some other stuff.
Some sazon on there.
You know, put some beat and all that.
Some sazon on that bad boy.
If you didn't have no beat, or
some
nothing,
Goya.
Yeah.
Some sofrito.
But
You can't forget the adobo too.
The thing I'm saying, when I started, you know, I was in the gang. I was with the Dirty Ones. I was with Crazy Homicides, Incorporated. See, when they made that movie Warriors, that's fake. The original name was the Bells. They was the first gang in Brooklyn, Coney
But
Island.
was the Warriors movie kind of like what it was like though for the gangs?
They talk some.
I mean, they're not gonna use real names, but was it real element? There were gangs. Were there gangs? Were there gangs that went around with baseball bats and baseball uniforms on and shit like that?
No.
You guys wore the jackets though. You still got the same jacket right here.
No, but listen, you wear vests, jackets, MC boots, Jew hats and all that, handkerchief and all that. But the thing is, you know, they have people out there that think it was real. If you gonna make a movie, a history about our culture, what we about, do it right, do it right.
But we already know. You already know.
Something like hip hop.
You know what it is.
Some people do hip hop. They put this thing, but they never lived their life. They never was out there suffering, living in the street, homeless or whatever. So you gotta know about the gangs. We lived that life story. We was out there, but we tried to find a way
and to find a different way. So and that's what hip hop. And that's what hip hop did. So what did you? So talk about. Fast forward a little bit because time wise. So talk about you getting into breaking and b-boying because you were part of a crew. What was the name of the crew?
I started with Dynamic Rockers when I was living in Brooklyn.
And what year is this now?
This is in 1980.
Wow.
1980. So
we're talking over 30 years. We're talking like 37 years ago.
Yeah, me and my brother was in gangs. We was in the Crazy Homicide. So somebody told us they had a jam in the church. So we went to that church. So when we went to church, you know, we seen people spinning on the floor. And
inside the church? They would let you guys dance? Yes, you don't do that now,
They had two crews.
That's crazy, right?
The suicide versus... So
anything's possible.
They did the suicide versus Dynamic Rockets. So me and my brother say, coño, esta gente está limpiando el piso con el cuerpo, you know? Because we never seen that.
Could you translate that for people at home?
We saw people spinning on the floor. We thought they were cleaning the floor. We said, what's
you thought they were cleaning the floor?
Yeah, like, you know, they was in the piso spinning on the floor. Like, me and my brother said, yo, what's this? So we seen it, we stand there, we said, oh shit.
They got the Holy Ghost on them.
Oh shit, look at all these guys spinning and everything. It was like a festival, like a jam, event that they used the church every week. When you realized
that they were doing that though and dancing, like did that make you and your brother want to do it too?
Yeah, we said, oh shit, we gotta do this. But we started dancing because we used to do up rock. The first thing was out there was like freestyle, up rock, the rebel dance.
Then all the spins and all that came later as it developed.
The spin came later. We was footwork from the floor, footwork up rock. Boom,
so
boom,
were people at this time? Were people like going out every weekend to go places and dance against each other?
Oh yeah, that's everybody go to USA.
Would you say there's a higher percentage of yes or no that people would fight after losing?
Some people get jealous. Some people still got that life.
At the same time, it's still gangs. This is gang dancing.
Still gonna pull a blade on your ass.
Some of them they left the gang and they joined crews. But
they still have the gang mentality. They just left the gang a week ago. Yeah, like the shit just started. It was new. You know, it was new. So like the concepts were new.
Yeah, but they had this crew called the Floor Law, the Master.
Floor Laws, yeah, they're one of the most famous crews. They're still around.
No,
right?
FT. Oh, Floor Law dancers. They was dancing. So when they were dancing, they lost. They left. They came back and they started shooting, and they killed a couple of people.
That's in the 80s.
And this in the 80s, and they became 50 Mad Dogs. After they were Floor Law,
people must lose respect for people that do that kind of shit, though.
That's what the life.
You might lose a little respect, but gain some fear.
Yeah, but see, you got to understand. They live that lifestyle. You know what I mean? That atmosphere in New York. That you got to be being tough or being something. In my life, I thought I was tough, this and that, and that got me nowhere.
So do you feel like the dancing it changed your life though, right?
Yeah, it changed my life. But later on, when that crack shit came out,
yeah, that
so
affected
everybody
everybody.
got into that in New York, everywhere.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
So we were getting high.
Why do you think that
that
people fell into that the crack?
Because the cocaine was for rich people and they looked up to it and the crack was available.
Not cocaine, that's crack, but they didn't know what crack was. You know, crack at first came
they
up.
They didn't know what it was. Nobody knew.
So everybody just thought it was like maybe just a little bit different than cocaine, and just like the same concept derived from the same.
Yeah, but it was more highly when the crack hit, it changed the game.
More highly. When you smoke it, that get you more. You know, como upper, you know, you get, and then you want more and more. But when you sniff coke, that didn't give you to sell everything, rob your own family, and all that.
Yeah.
So when that came out, so you know, I was trying to make money. I said, if I leave the game, I gotta make money. I got kids, so I gotta take care of my family, and I was living in the street. So I started selling drugs. That's what took me away from the hip hop, the thing, and I was a fool person. I was fool. I was a knucklehead, and I'm gonna say that right here.
And let me ask you this question. So when you came to Rhode Island, you did some breakdancing in?
You gotta go before that. I mean, like, all right, so you started selling drugs and it took you away from the hip hop, and like, what happened after that?
Oh, I was getting in trouble and all that, and my family.
I got a question.
My family moved out here. My family want to take us because we could get killed.
They felt like it was safer than New York.
This is the difference about Rhode Island and New York. In New York, when you're 14, 15, you're going spoffy. You go to rack.
You go with adults, yeah.
You go with the big dogs.
No training school.
With that little thing.
Yeah, no training school.
With everybody.
Killers, yeah.
So with that time, I was going to prison and all that, things like that. You got to survive in there. So when I came out, my family said, no, we moving. So they moved us out here in 1979, the 80, we came out here in the 70s.
But you were going back and forth, you would said at the thing.
Back and forth,
yeah.
So he's like 15, 16 around?
Yeah. I was like 16, 17, then 18. So I had my first kids out here.
So here's my question to you.
Yeah.
Do you think that the drugs might have ruined your chances in the game?
Yes. The drugs took me away with something that I could be more, how you say that word? More,
focus.
Focus, yeah, thank you. Focus and things like that. You know, because when you in drugs, that damage everything. That not only damage you, it damage your family, damage your relationship, and everything else.
Now they know me. You guys know I'm not afraid to say anything on camera and stuff like that. The reason why I ask is because I'm 25 myself, and I caught myself early in the game. So this is a very touchy subject for me. When he had the drugs and he lost and he was getting locked up, I caught myself early in the game, and I'm in recovery right now because I felt that the drugs and the liquor was taking over me. And it takes a lot of courage to sit here and not pick up a drink. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of courage and strength to do that. I didn't think I had this strength. And like hearing you say that, it's still, I feel like my higher power, I believe in something, you know, it's still here. It's protecting me from wanting to pick up a drink. So when you said that the drugs, you know, you ended up locked up, you had to leave the city, you know, you could have got killed, the drugs took over your life, and when you said that, it clicked in my head, it made sense. I can be so much more better without it. I can become a superstar that I want to be. I can co-host with you guys here and have a sober mind doing it.
Yeah, still be effective, funny.
Instead of thinking that the drugs are going to make me better.
Exactly.
We tend to think that.
You tend to think it, but it's not always true. It's usually not.
I'm going to tell you something what happened to me, because I'm going to go to 1991. See, that took away a lot of stuff, damaged me when I was in that lifestyle. So I went to prison for 25 years for a murder in Rhode Island because of drugs and drinking. So I want to try to be something that I'm really not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that I have more, like you say, high power, whatever. My boss is Jesus, God, I believe in God and everything. He gave me the second chance to come out here. You know, because they didn't want to let me out.
Yeah.
All my friends, all my family, everything left me.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell you, keep on doing what you're doing and believe in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're losing. You let the evil way taking you away was more important. That's what's going on with the youngsters out here and everything. When I came out 2005, 15, I think so. I've been out here 3 years. And God gave me a chance.
It's
so
been you've been out for that long?
Yeah, I've been out in the street for 3 years.
And how long you said you did?
So I did 25 years. So that's a wake up. That's a wake up. You know what I mean? I think a mistake. I took somebody's life. I gotta live with it forever.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't want to give me a second chance or nothing. Yeah. So I work for God. That's why I read this hat. Jesus is my boss. I believe in God, and I try to save kids. That's
somebody's whole life. That's somebody's whole lifespan. 25 years.
Shit, I went in when I was 27, Papa. That's half of my year. I lost a lot of things. So my kids hate me. They don't want a part of me. They say I abandoned them. How I abandon you if I went to prison?
Yeah.
You know, and that's hurt me every day. So I try to do something.
When you say your higher power,
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, sorry. When you say your higher power is God, or you know, that's your higher power.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is mine yet, but he definitely brought me here for a reason. You know, I left the center. I was ready to come back out here. If I would have never been here today, because I was supposed to be co-hosting with them. I'm the new co-host. I'm supposed to be co-host, you know, weeks ago. But I came today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I decided this week was the week that I was ready.
Yeah.
And here I am meeting you.
See, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing with like quitting stuff and stopping things. Like, it's like everybody has their day. You know what I mean? I can tell you over and over again, cigarettes are bad, liquor's bad. Don't do this, don't do cocaine, do this. You're not gonna care until your day comes when you have that moment when you're like, I'm done, I'm good.
And you know what, Cash? You know what I felt like I had? I felt like whoever my higher power is gave me a second chance, because he gave me so many chances and I kept messing it up. But this time he said, in my mind, I knew that if I fuck up, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So he gave me that chance, and I make good music. You know what I mean? I think that personally, I think that I'm supposed to be here for a reason, for the young people, and I want to be an inspiration to them, and I want to show them that it's better than what we're doing now. I see these youngins right now. I'm only 25, but I see people my age. You know, they don't even have not even a career. They don't know what they want to do with their life. They're smoking weed every day. People think it's the new thing to go out and club and drink all day and still living with your parents. There's no type of goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right about that.
So I want to be that person that, since I make the music as well, I want to send a message in music.
So do you feel like your presence here at the Chop Shop is kind of like a stage for you to explore and express yourself and to show other people?
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like that too. You know what I mean? I feel like this is my first step right here, getting comfortable with the camera.
I remember you in your first interview. You were like,
yeah, I was shy.
And it wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago.
But you see how quick I open up?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When you're honest, I find it when you're honest when you're just being you and you're honest, it's so much easier.
Yeah,
and now I'm me completely.
You can be the best you. Yeah. Nobody can be you. You're the best you to anybody.
And the thing about being nervous is and about being on the radio or being on the microphone or talking about your tragedy or it's the only hard part is the first word. Because after you say the first word, it all comes and you come. It's just that first word. Once you start talking, it goes. You know, it's all the same thing. Yeah,
you know, feel exactly. Whatever that beat come on and you get the shit out. And
I used to think that, like, so before I go on stage, I'm like, all right, let me take a shot or two. It'll calm my nerves. Loosen me up. It'll calm my. Now I think that let me just drink my Gatorade. Maybe pray.
Get some electrolytes.
Yeah. See, a lot of people did that.
Electrolytes and Jesus.
Yeah. A lot of people did that. They was like scared to perform a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Cause we could go way back, really Houston. We could go back Brown. What's his name from the New Kids on the Block or New Edition? Cause I did shows with them. I did show with New Edition. I did show with a lot of people. You know when they sing Candy Girl, I was there when they sang that song. I did a lot of things, so those guys were getting high. A lot of break dancers, they were smoking dust, angel dust, before they go do their move, because they angel dust keep you in the cloud. So when you throw yourself spin and all that stuff,
it's an adrenaline,
you
don't get dizzy, stuff like that.
Huh? So you don't get dizzy or nothing, because when you in cloud 9, you high. You don't feeling nothing.
So
you can throw yourself and all that. That's what a lot of people in the game were doing, and I say that's to the kids today, and the people into music or DJ, all kind of stuff. Drugs is not the way of life. You don't need that to perform. You can perform without that. Believe in yourself, like I say, and focus. If you're not focused, you're letting the other thing take you away from what you could make your goal of life.
You know,
Yeah.
you know. One of my things is I think about. I'm like, yo, what would it be like if you got sentenced to like a life and you leave the courtroom? You got 25 years. Just I'm gonna give you 25 years, right? You go back to your cell for the first time, knowing that you're gonna be there for 25 years. Like, what was that like? Like, what was
going through your head?
What was that feeling?
That feeling was hurt because that shit took everything away from me. No more family, no more nothing. Now I'm trapped.
What was your first? What was the first thing that went through your mind?
Came out of my life. When they say they gave me life,
The life. When you're in life.
Wait. When I heard that life, but they didn't say life. They said the rest of your life. So when they said rest of my life, I said, oh, my life is over. So to let you guys know, I don't hide nothing for nobody. I'm real. I try to take my life away. I want to end my life because what I did was wrong. And I feel like when I did it was drunk, when I did it was high, drunk or nothing, that's reality hit me. And it hit me hard. You know, a lot of people hate me. Some people still forgive me. But still, you know, I'm a changed man. I did the 25 years. I did that time. You know what I mean? So I try to get my life and everybody try to take me down. I try to move ahead. Keep on walking. So when you believing myself.
When you got out, like was there that fear? Like I know that.
Yeah, you got fear when you come out. When you out, you say, "Oh man, what I'm gonna do? How I'm gonna put my life?"
I mean, you came out to a different. You went away before cell phones.
Yeah, we had beepers. Beep beep. You know.
VCR.
We had VC. We had DVD things like that. But
Did you feel like you could go right back to connecting, or did you feel out of place?
No, I was out of place. Tell you the truth, out of place.
I mean, that makes sense.
Because nobody can say they've been gone so long, they come back to a place.
When they feel
everything changed.
Place is not the same.
Not the same.
Yeah,
I go
that's
grocery.
crazy.
I go over here. I live in CF now. Everything changed. And then your friends that they say they're your friends, they're not my friends. I'm gonna say the truth here. Because if they was my friend, they'd be there for me when I was locked up.
25 years is a long commitment.
You know,
That's a big commitment.
And then they think why I get mad, why I got anger in me. Papa, where you been at? Now you want me to be a part of you, and then you go throw me dreams and lies. That's what's going around in Rhode Island. That's why I don't like to hang out. I call them knuckleheads. Because you're not going to bring me down, and then you're going to lie to me about hooking me up with jobs, program, do show, bodyguards, and then when it come to it, you're not word of the man, you know, because your word mean everything. Yeah. That's what I got. I got my word right now. I'm doing things myself, knocking doors, doing this alone. So I try to build.
I wanted to just say because for time wise, I wanted to. So the main reason why, I mean, I appreciate the history, but the main reason why we brought you here is because with all of that said, the struggles of New York and Rhode Island, 25 years in prison, dealing with the people saying they're going to do shit that they don't, and dealing with the loss of being around your children, family. I'm sure that there's people that were your peers that are no longer with us anymore. So with all that being said, though, some people become negative people, but you changed and became a positive person. And the reason why you're on the show today is because, besides the fact that I have a lot of respect for you personally, was that me and Slim were recently at a screening for a documentary on Rhode Island hip hop, and the documentary talked about answer it and then tell him call back 10 minutes. The documentary was on the creation of hip-hop, Rhode Island hip-hop, and it had people like the first hip-hop group ever, which was the Magical Four, which included DJ Buck, who's now the head of the biggest radio station in Connecticut, and it had a couple other rappers, but they were there. You were in the documentary, and there was some old pictures with you breakdance and everything like that. But the reason why I invited you onto the show was not because of my personal like of you, which is I do like you, but it's because I was very impressed by the fact of everything that you've been through. 25 years in prison is a long time. Some people are affected by going to prison for a year, 2 years. So a lot of people that go to prison for 25 years usually come out and become worse criminals. Not everybody, and I don't want to typecast, but after 25 years of being in prison, a lot of people come out and have the young boys sell drugs for them, or they do this, they do that. Not everybody, but a lot of people do, okay? And after doing 25 years in prison, you didn't you chose not to sell drugs and not to be a criminal, not to be mad at the world, but you actually are trying to start an initiative where you're actually educating children.
Yes.
Like, and you're working on doing it was an 8-week program right now. So you're starting it off and you're trying. So the program is going to be basically to teach kids about hip hop and a positive alternative to the streets and to avoid some of the not doing 25 years like you, right? So could you talk a little bit about the thing that you're doing?
That thing you're talking about, the 8 weeks and all that.
Yeah.
They took it away from me.
Okay.
The guy said we could start a hip hop school thing in the building. It was a church, Southside Community Center, and because they want a BCI check, I bought it. And later on, they were a little bit funny and told me they don't want to use.
So they wanted to let you do this thing, but then because you had a criminal record.
Yeah, they didn't want me to be a part of the things, so they took it away from me. You know, with nothing. They say, "Oh, we maybe call you back next year." You know what that means. Everybody, when you go for a job or something, they tell you.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to put together some resources and try to find a place, because we're gonna try to put it together so you can do that school. We're gonna put our support behind you at the Chop Shop, because we really believe in this. We don't have a lot of finances per se, but we do have a lot of contacts, and maybe we could put together a fundraiser or something, or we could look at some community places. And if anybody out there is watching who has a place that could be used for this school and stuff like that, why don't you talk a little bit about what you were trying to do with the school? Like, talk about it a little bit. Okay.
My job.
You say 10 minutes?
You know, when I came out of prison.
We gotta wrap something 5 minutes.
All right. So this gonna be real fast.
Okay.
When I came out of prison, I see what's going on in the community with the kids out of control and all this, and a lot of them use that word, the N-word, and a lot of stuff. So, you know, I said, what could I do to save our kids? Keep them away from drugs, prison, death, and gangs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
All the things that you had to see growing up.
A lot of people say they go give me support. A lot of people say that. I hope they real with their words.
We at the Chop Shop are committing to help you to find resources. No, but I'm letting you know, and I'm saying it on camera. Like, we're committing to that.
I'm about with there behind the wall.
Yeah.
I'm Wadi Center. I'm involved with Black Lives Matter. You know, I'm a member of Black Lives Matter too. I do a lot of things for them. So I hope a lot of them and all these guys give me support. Because right now, I did a flyer, put my stuff up there. I put a lot of people who supposed to be supporting what I'm doing. I try to open up a school, a hip hop school,
like an after school program type of thing, right? Like a. It could be, because you say the word school. You say school, so people need to.
Not after. It's all day school. It's a school to save our kids, teenagers, and the youngsters. Mm-hmm. A place for them to go.
That's almost like the Met, right?
Something like that.
Something
I'm just trying to get a wrap around it so people can understand.
Something they could go and be normal. They could be themselves, you know what I mean? Believe what they go, follow their goal, their history. Some big kids, they want to be this and this. People make fun of them, or their parents say no. Mm-hmm. So we got to make sure we get them where they want to get to their goal. That's not only about hip hop. What I try to do, I try to be like a counselor. Like, kids don't got father, mother, they got one parent or something, and they confused and they let these drug dudes or these people in the street take over and use them. I try to stop that. I'm trying to stop kids killing kids.
So how could,
because they're shooting themselves around the world, killing themselves, and they're not seeing the real facts, what's going on.
So how can somebody, because we have to wrap this up right now. We'll have you talk another time. If people want to support and get behind this and find more about your project, how can they do that?
Okay, they could call my number. I got a flyer right here. You could keep my number, my name, and the thing what I'm trying to do.
Cheeba Rock 401-332-1211. What I'll do is I'll put up a post later and I'll put it up there for anybody that's involved.
And you can say this is the hip hop Heavily Hip Hop School Save Our Kids.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm looking for B-boys and B-girls. I got a job. I got 50 kids, 40 kids that want to learn how to break dance, and sing. Anybody out there, they want to call me my number.
So what I'll do is I'll put up a post with your information, and I'll talk to you behind the scenes about how we can try to support this, and we'll talk further on this off the camera.
And we'll connect you with my brother. He does a hip hop class.
We got some resources that we think we can help, but we'll talk off camera about that. All right.
All right,
So, and I'll put up a post if people want to get in touch with you so they can reach you at another date.
Yeah, but October 14, I need a couple people to teach kids. I got a studio.
Okay.
I need B-boys and B-girls. Anybody out there want a job, you're going to get paid. So, it's a job. So, come and call me. And
so, like I said, I'll put me and you, we'll talk off camera, and I'll put that all in the post for everybody.
Okay.
My brother.
So, what do you mean? Stay here?
You can stay
You can stay. You can stay.
stay.
We gotta get G's in there because G's in there. I'll go. You can stay.
Go ahead, Baba.
Yeah, we'll go to the video.
We're gonna go to the video because he's gonna call back. He want to just go
Yeah.
into it.
We'll go
All right, so
to
we're gonna
video.
go into a video. Chop Shop Radio. I'm gonna put it right
We
here.
shall return.
We shall return.
Like
This
Jesus.
shit is going down right in front of their face. It's too late, niggas. You already lost. Don't hate me. Hate the laws of the land, the boys in the vans, the courts and the cans. I'm on it again. Call your man. Picture me going away, leaving the game lonely for a cage. Homie, you know me, no days. No way. Rock filthy, but not guilty, though. Hey, we still celebrate and promote drink. Blow haze and all hell to royal rockness. While critics take shots in the toilet, pop shit. You gon' need more than book smarts to be the man. A ass whooping teach you shit that your teachers can't. No way in hell could your mama and your father prepare you for a whole block full of niggas jumping on you. The jungle and that concrete jungle shit is real. Animals kill for all the same shit niggas kill. Some of them steal just to get a meal. Some real territorial, more you just cause you got no business there. Welcome to the hood. Same rules apply. Over females, over turf and food, you could die. If you survive past 25, you's a bad motherfucker. Dudes around here getting crucified. How were you surprised? We ain't nothing but man. Would you see this shit all on Discovery Channel? Animal Planet with cannons that blam canyons and grandstanders. Ram your news van and take them damn cameras. I'm a fucked up mix of a gorilla and grizzly bear. Shark watch for the waters, you don't wanna swim in there. A scorpion and an ox, says the horoscope. At a desert eagle, I am horrible. I guess that's why y'all hate me, but y'all raised me. God made me this way, y'all trained me to try and cage me. Not make me king of this whole shit. A president, Big Rock Obama, vote bitch. I took charges and scars for this flow shit, the whole hip hop. I done folk pigs and them dopeness. Born this way, this how I'ma leave here. Accident, baby, mean I was meant to be here. Niggas fear what they can't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Shout out to my jury again, uncaged the monster. Y'all should be living if him. Go back to hating till you hear me again. Fuck outta here. Outta here. Outta here. Hate me now, nigga. Hate me now. Now you got a reason. Now y'all scraping everything. Hey, suckers. Motherfucking koala bears ain't fit to live around monsters. Rock on, rock on.
We're back at the Chop Shop Radio. Peace. What is going on? We are talking to. Hold on 1 second. Yo, we are talking to DJ Juice. J.U. Ice. Sorry to say it wrong. Because everybody, some people call you Juice. We're saying, what's up, man? What's up, brother? What's up? Yo, you can't be doing that, yo. You can't be letting people know we're family because they're gonna think that's the only reason why you're doing the interview. We gotta let them think you're doing the interview because you like the Chop Shop, not because we're family and I'm part of the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition. Woo! So you are the so J.U. Ice, because it's easy to say juice, but we'll say it that way. J.U. Ice. We'll say it the right way. J.U. Ice. So you let's talk a little bit about your history real quick. Now, you are the head of the Wu Worldwide DJ Coalition, which I am a member of. Could you?
Not a member.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember that?
I got kicked out.
Nah. You on a higher level.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? You run Rhode Island.
Yep. You know contrary to popular belief, you know I'm a very humble guy. So
Me too.
So
It's a damn lie.
you could you briefly explain like what exactly is the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition? Like what is that?
Alright, the Worldwide DJ Coalition is a bunch of brothers. I'm not gonna say friends or associates. We got brothers and sisters that are DJs. The first elements of hip hop.
Yep.
You know the elements of four elements of hip hop. DJing. The second one is MC. Third is breakdancing. The fourth is rap music. You know what I'm saying? But the first is the DJ. But we make it happen. And in December 2016, I was passed the trust of being active president for the Worldwide DJ Coalition.
Yep.
I got to meet all your brothers and do conferences and try to get to know them. They even did one-on-one. I hear the feedback.
Yeah, a little bit. Could you move around a little bit because the signal's a little broken up? My
signal, right?
Yeah, I know you're on the move though. You told me you was gonna be on the move.
All right, let me see. Maybe, let me see if it might be me. You hear me a little bit better now?
Now I can hear you better. Yep, go ahead.
All right, and like what I was saying, so it's just a collective of DJs. At first, it started in New York City, and then we went different cities, like how you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You got the corners, the blocks. Now we got the world.
Right.
So who started? Like people say, when people hear say the name Wu-Tang, because a lot of people attach the name Wu-Tang to things that are not connected to Wu-Tang. Who gave the jurisdiction for the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition to start?
All right, now hear me out. Wu-World DJ Coalition is under the umbrella of Wu-Tang Clan, Protect Your Neck Records, Wu Management, and affiliates, because we deal with all the artists that comes out with new music, you know. And I'm still working on a work relation based with some of the new artists because, you know, Wu-Tang is very, 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 very large. Happy 25th anniversary.
Yeah, it is. Yup, 25 years, right?
Wow. 25 years.
Yeah, 25 years. That's crazy. That's a long time.
But
that's crazy. 25 years ago. Was Protect Your Neck was the first joint?
Yeah, Protect Your Neck was the first single of Wu-Tang. But so basically a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people hear the name Wu-Tang. John Moot Gibbons, who is the founder of Wu-Tang Management and the Wu DJ Coalition, who's the RZA's older cousin, who the RZA went to get behind the Wu-Tang before it was big, started the DJ Coalition with the RZA's blessing and everything. So I just want to make that clear because a lot of people hear the name Wu-Tang and they think of all this affiliate shit.
I think if somebody came out with the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition and it wasn't official, it'd get shut down.
I think so too, yeah. But I think you know how it is in this world that we live in, though.
Yeah, facts. Because it was written and said, well, all the brothers of the nine, you know, rest in peace 30, you know.
Yep.
But we have video, skits of few of the members of Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I seen a Capadonna, everybody, even the RZA. There's a video of the RZA talking about starting the DJ Coalition. So that's what I want people to understand. When you see somebody representing the DJ Coalition or you see that name, just know that is officially a part of the Wu-Tang brand. That's not like somebody just saying, oh, Wu DJs. Like that is an official sanctioned by the originators of the Wu-Tang, the people who started Wu-Tang. Yeah, just because there's a lot of people who attach Wu-Tang to names that the shit ain't real sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and you know why? Because sometimes when you have a computer, right, you still to get viruses and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So we had to take it to the shop and get it fixed, and then you have a new piece, and the new piece I think was me, because when the torch was passed to me and stuff.
Did you see it coming? Did you know it was coming to you, or it was just like kind of like fell in your lap?
Yeah, it fell in my lap because of the experience.
Yeah, but your history with the Wu-Tang doesn't start in 2016 when you became head of the Wu DJ Coalition. Yo, can you go back a little bit to your history of Wu-Tang?
All right. Well, I'm an original DJ for the Line Inspector Percy P.
Yep.
He's the underground legend.
Yep.
From the South Bronx. Then when me and him finished and we went our separate ways and stuff, I started working at Still Record Pool. And my godfather was Bobby Davis. And we used to service DJs all around the world, as in what I'm doing right now with Worldwide DJ Coalition. But with Still Record Pool, I made a big spark with myself, you know what I'm saying? And I used to bump heads with like RZA and not mooking on and stuff, but you know, RZA at different venues and stuff. Last show that I bumped heads with RZA, it was at a Cypress Hill show downtown. I forgot the name of the club, but you know what's funny? The last show at that club, they had RZA perform. So that was, you know, that was kind of strange right there, but it was a good show. Not a good show, it was a great show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The RZA's dope live, yeah.
Then I went to radio for a minute. I was working for 90.3 FM. That's community radio, something similar like what you're doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We made a lot of big noise. The name of the show was kind of corny, Sugar Bear and the Peach, but
yeah, that is pretty corny.
Sugar Bear and the Peach.
Yeah, Sugar Bear and the Peach.
But it makes you think like, what is that? Is it a cartoon? Is it a kid's cartoon?
That sounds like the first African American porn.
It's not a kid's cartoon. It ain't porn. What is it? I gotta watch it. I gotta check this shit out.
I gotta check out what this shit is.
What it is.
I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Right?
Sugar Bear sound like a pip with platforms on.
Nah.
Well, you know, you're not gonna talk about him because you know if you talk about somebody they not around.
No doubt.
They start wiggling.
No doubt. I got big ears. I got big ears, big brother. Yeah. So I might take off like Dumbo. So
let me finish.
Okay, go.
It's my time right now. You know?
It's always Nobby time.
He knows how it is with me. He knows how it is talking to me.
By being with the Radio Coalition, I mean not the Radio Coalition, 90.3 FM, I got involved with the Radio Coalition. That's dealing with Pink Love, Teddy Ted, Special Cat, Marley Marl, Funkmaster Flex, and a few others. So it gave me good access. So when I went to the record pool, I could service them the records and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we all used to book downtown on 59th Street in a little office and stuff that we had today. And I like to give a big shout out to Wendy Day, because she used to help us out too. You know, just to guide us with, you know, like with just artists and DJ info. And I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, because I'm trying to make this fast and stuff. Because I know you might have somebody else.
Yes, we have at least 5 more people more important than you. Humph.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is waiting.
Jay-Z is waiting on the inbox.
Well, you know what? Jay-Z is a funny guy.
He thought about what he was gonna say. He was like, "Damn, I don't know who's watching this show."
Funny, like you will go Joe Pesci. Funny how? What do you mean? Funny, like a clown guy? I'm not a Jay-Z fan anyway. So I hope you talking about that in a derogatory way.
So. I just didn't like how he did it. You know, I didn't like how he did Dame Dash. That's all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's my whole thing. If you came up with niggas, you know that when y'all didn't have, I'm not gonna say nothing, but when you didn't have what you had, you know what I mean. You can't. There's no way in hell I'm leave that nigga behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like me and Nobby. You know, we ain't have shit. When Nobby started this shit and asked me to join this shit. So if we blew up and we had millions and millions and millions and we had to fall out, and I know that he's struggling to something, there's no way in hell I'm just gonna be like, oh fuck it, we beefing. I'm just living.
Well, that's the thing. Even if I had a problem with Cash, I would still look out for him. That's the thing. We have a level of.
Another thing too
is some brotherhood though. That's business with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing, but you can't be calling it Rock La Familia if you're not a family. You know, it's about we family.
Who did Jay ever look out for? Anybody? But the only person he ever looked out for was the only person that never tried to be a boss himself was Memphis Bleak. Who's the only person he ever stuck with was the person that was comfortable standing in the shadows.
Look, this nigga said, no matter what, Bleek's a millionaire. Even if I die, he's in my will somewhere. And Memphis Bleek recently went broke. Said he had no money.
All the way up, he said, "I got crackhead Bleek on the line."
Well, exactly. And then Bleek goes broke, and this nigga don't fucking keep his word. This nigga's
yeah, I think that.
I'm gonna just say this: the new MCs right now is like R&B singers and stuff.
Yeah,
you're right about that. Definitely about that. Yeah.
So don't get it twisted. Them old school guys that been making music and stuff, and they start doing the knowledge of collecting their masters and doing the copyright stuff.
Yeah.
They just didn't say nothing, and they don't have speeches to the world like how the gods do it and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna just say this: all this shit that's been going on with tragedies and MCs getting shot and this and that, the gods are still here, and they're stronger than ever.
And I think that's the important part of it, because I think that people look at Wu-Tang and they think of just the 9-10 members, and they think that Wu-Tang is gone, but they don't realize there's so many different. The Wu-Tang is more than just 9 people. There's many people that represent the brand, and there's the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition. There's Protecting Records. There's
people that kill for the Wu-Tang.
There's people that will kill for the that will kill.
Literally, that's not even a part of the family.
You know what? You can't say all that stuff like that, killing and all that stuff, because then you maybe might catch a case. So,
I mean, when I was referring to people that would kill for Wu-Tang, I wasn't even talking about people
that are not even affiliated. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like for instance,
you see that thing with
video with Ghostface.
Kwame, let's just say this. There's all ethics of people that's involved a part of that movement.
But we're talking about people that are not even part of it.
A part of the family,
fans that actually do something.
Like for instance, there was a Ghostface. Is a flick on YouTube.
Where the guy's heckling Ghostface.
Yeah, he's fucking with Ghostface the whole time. This Ghostface stop the music, man. This nigga been talking about fuck me the whole time, and niggas got it in his head.
Yeah, the audience beats him up. Yeah,
niggas got it in his head.
You talking about that clip? You talking about that clip with Big Ticker?
That was other shit.
Nah, we're talking about like a show, like in the Midwest or something.
It was a recent show,
like a show, like in the Midwest or something like that.
It was like Arizona or something like that.
Oh, send me that link.
Nah, I got you.
I'm gonna have to hit you up with that one. So Ghost is on stage, and this dude's like, "Fuck you, Ghostface. You ain't shit." But blah in the crowd, and Ghostface stopped the music. So guys.
That's props, man.
Expose.
You know what I'm saying? Because everywhere, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
And hear me out.
Yeah.
And Nabi knows a little something about me more closer than all of y'all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And you know how many shows I went to a Wu-Tang show?
Niggas start acting up.
No. I'm just saying. You know how many shows I went to? My whole entire life?
How many?
Hundreds.
5.
5?
Yeah. I went on tour. Not with them, but with different artists, because I used to DJ for Shaheem too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shaheem, the rugged child.
The rugged child, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully he be coming home soon from vacation and stuff. But other than that, it was like 5 major Wu-Tang shows. You know what I'm saying?
And what was it like? Those back in the heyday?
Heydays, yeah. Turn it down. Yeah. When the crowd was crazy and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't doing them. You know how the other color people, and they had that fire, that Mars pit, and they be doing it, going in a circle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They rock stars, man.
Word, they real rock stars, man. All over the world, though.
So let me ask this. With Wu-Tang coming up on 25 years.
Yeah.
Well, it is 25 years with all the new blood, right? Us included.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! And I heard that they got some heat too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. It's actually.
I saw some videos.
the last thing we ever talk about is our music, which is funny because we do other stuff. Like we usually talk about our music last, but yeah, we can rap a little something.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No. You know what I like?
What?
You remember when we met up in Philadelphia?
Yes. When we came out, that was dope.
Yeah.
Break the Chains radio?
With Judapis, Chain Radio,
yeah.
And CO Smooth.
Yep.
But we was talking about that mayor.
Yeah.
And he had a
Wu-Tang
album on
yeah.
And I said, did you ever vote on that?
I honestly didn't. It kind of slipped my mind, honestly, but I would definitely get on that. But I just wanted to say, that you're a real brother, and I'm honored.
Thank you for the, and you too. You is my brother.
I know that. I'm honored.
And Cash is my brother.
Yep.
Word up, man.
I'm honored.
I got love for everybody.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I'm your brother because of like what I do. He's your brother because that's that African American thing. Y'all are all brothers.
Yeah.
So
That's my brother.
my brother. So what I wanted to say is you're a real dude because we had gone. I'm not saying this to you. Obviously, you know this, big brother. But we had gone. It was me. BX Young G's, James our photographer, James our photographer, Slim, and BX Young G's, Slim, me, and Super, and we actually and we had gone out to Philly to do a couple of things, going out to the King Magnetic Capadonna show to get some interviews. We went to the legendary Roots studio and filmed live from there. And then and it's crazy because I told the big homie DJ J Weiss, you know what I'm saying? I told him, yo, I'm coming out to Philly. He calls me up as if we had already made an agreement. He's like, yo, what are you doing? I need you to come over to this radio station at this time. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I set you up an interview. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, come over here, got you. And the brother showed up. You know what I'm saying? When you go somewhere. And the head of the Wu-Tang DJ coalition that is started by the founders of Wu-Tang himself, like a guy who was put in that position by the heads of this thing that you're a part of, and he sets you up an interview and doesn't have to show up but shows up himself and doesn't even try to be on the microphone or nothing, just plays the background role to make sure you got everything you need and you're straight while you're in Philly. That's real love.
Yep.
Right.
I felt like a foreign delegate. I felt like we were foreign.
A foreign delicacy.
I felt like we were foreign delicate. Don't try to make this gay. I felt like we were like foreign dignitaries visiting another country and we were getting treated. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this. I just want to just say this. I try to be humble everywhere I go at. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all about me. It's all about us and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it was all about me and shit, then I would be making all the records and doing all this and doing all that.
Yeah.
No shame on Puppy and shit, but I got love for him.
Take that.
On the video.
Take that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
James is here.
I'm not gonna do no stiff night talk about
that's
that.
DJ J.U. Ice. Remember I was talking about how he showed us so much love by setting up that interview at that radio show in Philly.
And let's think about this. After the interview, and I called you the next day to check on you if you was okay.
Yeah.
How about that? You never mentioned that.
Cause you want that $10 you let me borrow. That's why you called me.
Huh? Say what?
No. I just.
He's out there.
Hey, and then
you know what's funny? You know
the joke.
No, you know another thing.
Let me say something. Zubilee's got a comedy team too.
Yo, elaborate that, and J.U. The funny shit is New York niggas, right? We'll be going out there and we act the same way wherever we go, right? So we be out there acting dumb, making jokes and shit. These New York niggas be acting. You the only
they don't want to laugh.
You the only New York nigga that will openly just laugh,
Yeah, they try not to laugh.
These New York niggas be like,
Yeah.
I'm tough New York. I can't laugh at you.
Yeah, busting buttons in their pants. These niggas not funny. Wow.
I think I got a fart.
Because you know why? They don't got no money in their pocket. That's why.
maybe that's it. There's nothing funny about being broke, man. So before we wrap this up, I like I said, we're gonna wrap this up, and I have a final question. But like I said, I just want to let you know, the Chop Shop is honored to be a part of the Wu-Tang legacy by being part of the me being part of the Wu DJ Coalition. But I'm just saying, I just want to say, I know that, but I don't take it for granted, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate it, and I appreciate you and everything that you and Wu-Tang has done for us, and all the love that we've been shown being part of this family on different levels. But anyways, the real question moving forward and wrapping up, because we had to get to our next interview. What is the future of the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition? What's coming up next? What can people look forward to?
Future?
Yeah.
There's a lot of sort of things that I got on the plate right now and stuff that I'm working on the table with a few executives and stuff. I'm supposed to be going to a couple conference meetings and stuff and especially your guys talk about y'all. Trying to get sponsors. I need to speak to you about sponsors too. And the gentleman that was having this interview and stuff.
Cheeba Cheeba Rock, the OG.
Yeah, Cheetah. I have. See, all right, I'm gonna just say this. Wu DJ Coalition is not only DJs, a collective of DJs. We have deviated dancers. So if you need a dance instructor, you know what I'm saying, give your information to Nabi or Dash. They contact with me. My phone line for them is 24/7. I let you know. I told you that, Nab. You can call me anytime.
Who's this?
This is the head of the Wu DJ Coalition. This is my big homie, DJ J.U. Ice.
I know you, huh?
We maybe shook hands.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say nah and just because you know what? I'm gonna just say this. I shook so many people's hands and stuff, and so many faces. The only thing that I have amnesia with is knowing names.
Yeah, shit. You probably forgot more faces than we seen. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I've
it.
been around.
So if people want to get in tune with it, because we gotta let you go for our next guest.
All the shows that's in line with the DJ Wu-Tang DJ Coalition.
You're gonna get there. You can go to. All you have to do is Google Wu World DJ Coalition and a list of all the DJs and show hosts. My name's in there in the Chop
really?
Shop.
Why? Because you're part of the
part of the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition.
I didn't know that. Hump, the guy who eats the most humble pie.
Humble pie. I just want to go ahead and say it because some of y'all be faking it, but it is what it is. So
Fakes over here, fam.
Yeah, so we're gonna let you go, brother. We're gonna have you call in again. Thank you for calling on the move. I actually hit you up last minute to do the show. We appreciate you for calling in.
Let me ask you something.
If it's about that money I owe you, the answer is no.
We spend it on prostitutes.
We spend it on.
Do you know how to play basketball?
Not at all. Very horrible.
Oh damn!
I do.
Cash plays ball.
I was going to invite you to something that's coming up.
Cash
in October.
Cash plays ball.
I play ball, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Finger roll king.
Nothing stereotypical about that.
Nah.
Well, just keep me posted. And the main thing to keep your show strong and mighty is communication.
Yes. And we thank you guys for the blessing to be able to use the logo and to be a part of this family, man. Like everything, it's very important to us.
This family for life, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate y'all too.
We're gonna let you go.
Bro.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Chill,
don't even go to the video because we're gonna wrap up the last call. That was DJ J.U. Ice, head of the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition, an official chamber of the Wu-Tang Clan family underneath the RZA and John Moot Gibbons. If you want to be a part of the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition, you can get in touch with
Nabi,
you can get in touch with me. I'm a regional rep for New England. If you're a DJ and want to be involved, hit up Nabi. If you're watching the stream, check out Nabi Reality or Nabi Wilkinson, and we can talk. I mean, we don't just take everybody. There's a process. It's not about paying money or anything like that. You got to be on the right mind state because it doesn't make you a Wu-Tang member, but it makes you an affiliate of the organization by being a DJ. So there's a lot. It took me a while. I got a little emotional the day that I got announced that I was actually on this show. I got announced that I was part of DJ Coalition because it was hard. It wasn't easy to get in. I had to go through a lot of shit. You can't just say I want to be in and be a DJ. You got to prove that you're about this legacy because there's so many people that want to attach their names.
Blow a couple people.
Famously, yeah, I can sit on a couple laps. You bang a couple fat chicks. Anything that's worth anything, you have to go through stuff to get there. And it's so many people that want to be part of the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition just to attach their name to something called Wu-Tang. So there's so many people that don't really give a fuck about the legacy, but they just want to be part of something bigger than themselves to be relevant. So therefore, they have to make the process difficult to get in. So it took me a long time to get into the DJ Coalition. And it was harder for me because I'm not an actual DJ. There's about 45 DJs in the Wu-Tang DJ Coalition all around the world. There's only 5 show hosts, and I'm one of 5. So it wasn't easy. So that's what I like about it. So
they added somebody. It was 1 of 4 before. They added somebody.
No, I think it was 4, and I am the 5th, or maybe either one. I'm not. There's 4 or 5. I can't remember, but I'm the newest one.
3 and you was the 4th.
Yeah, maybe I am the. You're right. But you might be right. I am the 4th one. And if you look up, if you Google Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition, there's because I have to back up because they told me at home. They said that I was a little loud.
Distorting it.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into our next interview, but so real quick, I wanted to say, there's a lot of things going on right now. Shout out to everybody in Florida, man, that's dealing with all the tragedy down there.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, all the water, excessive water, and everything, and they said there were alligators swimming on the highway down
You
there.
see the guy catch the fish in his house?
Yeah,
Big ass fish.
yeah, it's crazy.
They found
It's
out
crazy
like a
down there.
snake, like a eel, but it's not eel. It was just like an eel
Like a water snake. Yeah, they got water snakes and things like that.
Species of
Species from the water, deep water.
You don't know what's in the water, man.
The sand was on
You don't know
land
what the fuck's in that water,
after
man.
it all dried up.
See the thing about up down there is when my grandfather came from Puerto Rico over to the main states. When the first place he went to Florida, so a lot of my family was born down there. So I go down there as a youth a lot. My family lives in Lakeland, which is kind of like near Tampa. So Lakeland is a lot of lakes. There's a lot of alligators.
Yeah.
So my uncle and then my Theo said, go outside. Him and my father said, go outside and take the trash out. I was like, it's nighttime. They're like, yeah, we'll give you $5. I was like 13.
Let's do it.
I didn't even think in my head like nowadays I'd be like, why would you give me $5 to take out the trash at nighttime? I go outside. There was like an alligator the size of like a medium-sized dog running across the yard.
Shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't that brave. I was screaming
No,
like a
at
little
that
bitch.
moment, there was like $5. He's gonna be the brave soul. He's gonna.
If they
he's
would
gonna jump
have
for
no,
the
if they
cash.
would have told me that there was an alligator, I wouldn't have took the
Like in North
$5.
Carolina. My grandma used to live in North Carolina back in the day when I was like, 10, 9,
Cash,
10.
what's your
401-651
because he's saying it's not, yep.
6238.
6238.
I used to go down to North Carolina. My grandmother lived there, and there was like bats every night. Like bats just fly around the light poles, just fly around.
That's
bats,
crazy.
Bats. I used to be terrified of them, and now there's none. Like I was like, you go down North Carolina, and it doesn't exist. And it was like a straight thing back in the day.
Cash.
Even fireflies here in Rhode Island now.
Can you take the
Fireflies,
take the
yeah,
phone call?
right.
Fireflies, huh? Fireflies. Peace.
Hold up.
What's this? Oh, the thing. What's going on?
The banger.
Hold on, let me switch the
Nah,
volumes
hung
up. Oh yeah, well, just call the number back. We're about to go into our final interview. Thank you everybody for tuning into the Chop Shop, man, and showing us love, man, and rocking out with us. We got our new show, a co-host, S. Perez in the building.
S. Perez.
Showcast in the building.
Showcast, gotta get the U home for that.
Ah, here we go, brother Broham. Let me get the volume up right here. We can get on with our interview and whatnot.
What's good? What's good? Peace to the collective.
What's going on?
Peace.
Let me get this.
Oh, man. What's good with the brothers?
Chilling, man. Same old working, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make this happen.
Working,
What's good with you, man?
So why don't you well, let's do this real quick. Why don't you introduce who you are and what teams you represent?
Oh, this Creep Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of Jersey. This Focus the Game Entertainment.
Hey, New Jersey
All right.
in the building.
Brick City.
Wait, well, hold up now. So wait a minute. You saying you're from New Jersey and you're from Focus the Game, but you also represent the Universal Collective?
Yeah, I'm a collective member.
Word up.
Yeah.
The collective's in Jersey?
Long live the collective.
Sir.
Long live the Universal Collective. So we're talking to Creep Show, the leader of our Universal Collective chapter in New Jersey. For those of you who don't know, the Universal Collective is a collective of artists that are started by the UCD. That's in 6 different states, 9 different countries, all the way from New Zealand, all the way to South Jersey. So my man on the phone represents a team called Focus the Game,
Show.
which is a very, very dope.
Been into the studio a couple
Yeah.
times.
We
Actually,
gotta come back up there, man.
Word.
Yeah, you've been saying that for like a
You
year.
got to go down there, man. You guys already been here. We got to go there.
South Jersey.
Man.
We gotta go there. We gotta go there.
Jersey to
We gotta go to Jersey and hit the
Just
studio.
I want to say free pressure, yo. By the way, I'm gonna send my man Pressure. I got that info. I'm gonna send him a letter soon. Send him a kite. But so like I said, we're talking to Creep Show, who is the leader of the Focus to Gain South Jersey hip hop collective family, but he's also they've become the Universal Collective New Jersey chapter. But let's get into you. So what part of Jersey do you represent? Let's talk about Jersey a little bit real quick.
Well, I reside in South Jersey.
All right.
That's like Atlantic City area and all that.
Yep.
South Atlantic County.
All right. So
Cumberland.
what exactly is Focus to Gain for people who don't know? Because it sounds like a mantra. It sounds like something you say to yourself, like I gotta focus to gain. I gotta focus to gain. You know what I mean? Like a pep talk,
Yeah.
like get up and get it.
That's what that was. You know what I mean? That little slogan. That was like some motivation, that just popped in my head years ago. But the team, as far as us, like we just, we grew up together rapping, man. You know what I'm saying? We was influenced off of, the real hip hop era. I'm saying no disrespect to the new wave going on, but we a little different. You know what I mean?
Word. So with that being said, like, what do you listen to now? You know what I mean? Like, Do you listen to old shit? I know people that still listen to old ass music like
the
every
90s?
day
Like
over
the
and over again, or do you listen to like some new shit? I can't take that shit. Like I can't sit there and just listen to old ass music over and over again. I heard that shit a million times in the 90s, 2000s. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear some new shit. So what do you venture into the old stuff, or you?
I'm saying, bro, you gotta understand this. You know and understand, bro. It's brothers that was out there 20 years ago, man, and they still punching that bag, man. They still going in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So niggas still spitting them darts. You know what I mean? We with that.
So who are the people that make up the group Focus the Game?
It's me, Creepy. I got Bugs. That's the brother Bugs that he was up there with.
Yeah, he came with us. Yeah, that was the Spanish brother that came. Yep.
Yeah, you're a white boy. He ain't even Spanish.
Oh, I thought he was Spanish.
Nah, that's the bro.
Nah, I be a white boy too.
Yeah, all right.
He don't know no Spanish. He's a white boy.
You about to get mad, hey.
Somebody about to get punched in their
Try
throat.
moving some furniture up in here.
You want to get racist? You need some grape soda?
Oh, I want to get racist.
Oh,
this nigga's always
sorry about
racist.
that, Creep Show. Sorry, I had to let that one out. Go ahead.
His moose
All
got.
kinds of creep shows, line.
He needs some more moose.
Yeah, but it's me, Bugs, Poppy, Pressure. You know what I'm saying? We call him Pressure. And T Diggs, we call him Crime. You know what I'm saying? That's the brother Crime. You know what I'm saying? And my man Tack. You know what I'm saying? But it's a few affiliates, but that's us right there. That's where we came up rapping and shit. I mean.
So what is the hip hop scene like in South Jersey? Like, what is it like? You've got some people in the industry out of Jersey, so I mean, is that what Jersey sounds like, or is Jersey diverse? The sound? I mean, what would you say about the underground scene?
Yeah, baby.
I think it's more diverse, man, because you got different selections of people. You know what I mean? People got their own different fashion and style. You know, some brothers is trying to mimic the game, so they're trying to sound like the next brother. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you got some brothers out here that's really giving it up. Yeah, they really going in.
Do you think it's ever like a like you have to, be better or prove yourself because you're from Jersey and not New York, not the city? You know what I mean? So you have to be that much better?
Nah, I always looked at it like, man, we our own state, man. We got our own neighborhood right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you good on the block first. Before you decide that you want to travel, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not really saying like travel or venture out. I'm just saying like being in the shadow. Like Jersey's always like kind of the shadow of New York. And
that's gonna be forever though. But we still got our own wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm from Jersey and New York. You know what I mean? I did the.
Oh, shout out to Jersey. What up?
Yeah, shout out to Jersey.
Word.
I'm from Patterson, bro.
Well, that's what's up top.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to tell him you need to check out some of my music on YouTube. If you put S. Perez and put From Me, I got a music video there. It's a deep song. You should check it out.
Well, that's pretty fire, yeah.
You said S. Perez?
Yeah, S.
I'll send you the info.
Yeah,
I'll send you the info.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna hop on that.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm from Jersey and New York because in the summertime I used to stay in the Bronx, and then in the wintertime I go back home to Jersey. You know what I mean? So I don't really feel like we're in the shadow. We got much love.
We different. Like we still do our own thing. Like I said, it's a lot of mirror rappers out here. I call them mirror rappers because they trying to be somebody else.
Yeah, I mean but you know what? You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
I was gonna say not to take anything from Jersey's identity, but that's anywhere USA.
Yeah,
right.
That's even New York.
These niggas are like a Target Plaza. There's one everywhere.
It's probably like worse in New York.
There's a Target. There's a Big Mo's. There's a Starbucks. They're a Target Plaza.
What the hell's a Big Mo's?
You never heard of Big Mo's before? What's he
talking about?
I think you're talking about Models, but I don't know.
Big Mo's.
I think it's about Big Mo from the Bronx.
Whatever.
Big Mo from the Bronx.
So what is I've seen a couple of different songs, everything coming out. What is coming up musically for Focus the Game?
Well, we got a few games coming. We got we're gonna drop Pressure. He from Brooklyn, White Cough. So we better drop his mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And then we got a couple other brothers that we going. I mean, his singles gonna be flying out. I mean, you can catch him anywhere, like radio and all of that. So we about to drop his project.
I heard a rumor that you guys were gonna be on an international mixtape that has 9 different countries on it.
Yeah, that thing tough, man.
Word.
I'm waiting on it too. I know it's cooking up right now. You know.
Long live the collective. So,
boiling.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be? I mean, at this point, being part of an international collective not that you speak for everybody in Jersey, but you guys are kind of representing Jersey on a global scale at this point. But people might not even realize that.
Indeed, it's a beautiful feeling, man. Just just getting to meet the brothers, man. It's a lot of love out here. You know what I mean? We come from where, you get the hate more than anything, but it's really some brothers out here. That's how we linked up with y'all and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We check in from time to time with each other, and we all got our lives and work and kids, but we still maintain. You know what I mean? And that's what's up right there.
Word.
I mean, it's like living we live hours away, and we're like from different places, almost like different realities. It's like living in another country almost.
Right. That was a nice ride too. I'm gonna tell you.
It was when you guys came down. It was dope.
That was up.
But it was powerful. That's when we had that session. That's
right?
the only time we ever really did it like that.
Word.
That's when we stayed and had the session, and Ruckus came and hooked it up. But I'm saying, it was a good ride because you guys made that ride, and look what came from that though. And I think that's what people. If you're out there and you're watching this and you're an artist and you're local in your city, get the hell out of there and go link with other people and get out of your circle.
Yeah, you got to get out your backyard, man.
Because there's only way you're ever gonna go. A lot of we've received some whispering in corners lately here in Rhode Island, the Creep Show, and I guess the criticism of us was those Universal Collective guys, those Chop Shop guys, they don't really care about Rhode Island. But they don't realize it's not that we don't care about Rhode Island, it's that we're trying to be spokesmen for Rhode Island to the globe.
Yeah, of course.
But some people can't see that. Some people can't see that.
Whatever y'all do, man, y'all represented anyway because y'all came from. That's where y'all came from. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that, man. You gotta think bigger. You know what I'm saying? Brothers be thinking real simple minded, man. That's in the way, man.
Support local, think global, man. And that's the thing.
Motherfuckers in New York don't know what Rhode Island is. Now you got motherfuckers in Iceland that got an idea.
That's the thing is we've got people in Iceland who know what Rhode Island is and watch the Chop Shop. We have people in Colombia. I had 3 different people. I was watching the live stream. 3 different people from Colombia were tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
amazing, man.
And it's like we don't have thousands and thousands of viewers, but we have viewers all around the world. So like there are people in New Zealand who talk about the Chop Shop. There's people and it's not about
that posting the webpage in Brazil.
Yeah. The thing that was the craziest shit, right? Creep Show. We was thinking like, nobody really cares about what we're doing. We just do what we do. And then I was like Googling the collective, right? So then I was Googling the collective just to look it up, right, Creep? And then I came across some UZD stuff, right? Because I'm like, well, the only people that really know about us are the people that we know. And then I found this like website that's based in like Portugal. It's all in Portuguese, based in Portugal, and it had a bunch of our stuff on it. And I'm like, well, maybe it's just like one of those like one of those websites like anything that's on YouTube, it'll be on there. But somebody actually took our songs, which are only released on SoundCloud, and translated them into Portuguese.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I'm not saying that to say we're so cool. I'm saying that to the artists out there.
We ain't cool because we didn't know what the fuck.
We didn't even know. I found it on accident.
We wouldn't know this shit exists right now until you didn't find it.
Yeah, I just want to say if you're an artist out there, and just because you're not famous, you don't realize how many people you're impacting that you don't even know. So continue doing your thing. Like continue doing you.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who walk up to you one day like, yo, man, when y'all next thing jumping out.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the craziest thing, and like I think it's an honor for us to have such a very thorough and serious and well-rounded and established team like Focus the Gain to become part of our movement when y'all are from a different reality than us. It's crazy, like it's crazy.
So with that being said, you ever been to Bourbon Street?
He might have been to Bourbon Street last time he was here, but he probably forgot.
I think he probably might have forgot.
He probably forgot. We're gonna have to remind him because it's been so long.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you keep sliding that in. I gotta get up there with you, bro.
Right, but you know what you can do right now?
You know what you can do right now for us, though?
You can take us to Bourbon Street.
You can take us to Bourbon Street. You can take us straight to Bourbon Street via Jersey.
Buys.
And that's what we say in Rhode Island.
Oh, we need some buys.
Right. Okay.
That means you need to rap.
This is the point where you rap, Creep Show.
Hey, Rhode Island, bars, I call buys.
We don't say the R.
Cars are called cars.
And water. We drink water.
Water. And we go to party.
Park the car, drink the water.
Park the car, we gonna go to the party.
Creep Show, spit some bars.
454.
Right.
Take us to Bourbon Street.
I said, hey, yo, I could cuss though, right?
Well, what up?
Listen,
you do best.
Hey, yo, Creep Show. If you don't cuss and be yourself, you're out the collective.
Yeah.
Yo, check it. I said these niggas be scheming. They play buddy with you. then line a nigga ass up like they fuck with you. You know the reason we don't fuck with you. You ain't who you say you is, man. You ain't official. There's no honor amongst these. I said if the track hot, I'm gonna make the track pop. I line it up, show these niggas how to rap. You still trying to chase a deal like fiends in a trap spot.
That's off that new joint, right?
That's all he gonna give you. He'll give you a teaspoon of bars.
Yeah, he's already in the collective, so he's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that was a teaspoon of bars right there. We'll take that.
If he was trying out for the collective, we would have got a whole song.
That's the AP.
Word. Yo.
So how can people look up Focus the Gain, get in touch with y'all? I know y'all got the Facebook page, but I know you got more than that. It's spelled Focus to Gain, Focus T-O Gain. But how can people look it up? Like, what's the best way? No. They write it with the 2 on the clothing line, but they spell it the T-O.
Yeah, just with the T-O. Yeah, everything I said. That's basic. Ain't nothing fancy with it. Just, you know what I mean? All the truth.
Yo, let everybody know where they can find your handles at. Your Facebook, your Twitter, just say in London.
In London,
so
Twitter.
Your Facebook page, your YouTube page. Let everybody know what that is.
Yeah, big bro. Everything Focus the Game, man. Everything is Focus the Game. All you gotta do is type that in.
If people wanted to look up the apparel, because you know that's big out there. Y'all always showing the apparel game crazy. So if people wanted to get with them shirts,
G's wants a custom made. He wants a custom made schmedium.
Where could they contact that at?
Yeah, we on the gram. Like I said, Focus the Game. You look up on Facebook. We got a little Facebook page. It's I think it's Focus STG Clothing. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, word.
Yeah, that's FT Clothing.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you, brother. We'll have you calling again. And, long live Focus the Game. Long live the collective.
Word, man. We'll see you soon,
You already know, man. I'll be in touch. Y'all brothers be safe, man.
All right, peace, brother.
Peace to the brothers.
Hey, yo, man. Word up. It's about that fucking time.
Chop Shop Radio. We love y'all. We'll be blessed. So check this out. Next week, we have I Am Varsity out of CT calling in. And we also have a very, very special call-in by the legendary Rock. This monster of Helter Skelter Boot Camp Click.
That new album, what's that called?
After Price, because a lot of people, Sean Price, who's arguably one of the greatest MCs of all time, passed away, and now he has the album After Price. It's his first studio album.
Sean P is arguably the greatest.
That's what I said.
Ever lived, but he does not have this album After Price.
That's crazy, right?
Rock has an album called.
This is Rock's first studio album, though. Solo. Yeah, no, his other albums are mixtapes.
I'm not going to correct you. I'll
and it's featuring Raekwon, Method Man, M.O.P., and a couple other people around it. It's gonna be. It's really dope. We might have some surprise footage of Rock. Who knows? I don't want to say too much, but we definitely have Rock of Helter Skelter Boot Camp Click, Operation Lockdown. Calling in next week. It'll be our second time because we did a Sean Price tribute show next week.
World, man.
www.ucd.world. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Worldwide DJ Coalition,
Cheeba Rock,
Universal Collective, Cheeba Rock, Focus the Gain, DJ J.U. Ice, S. Perez, James for the pictures,
Slim Noodles.
All 3 people that watch our show, we love y'all.
Shout out to all 3.
All 3 of y'all in 5 different countries.
Peace to all the gods in the earth. You know
Peace to the gods in the earth, Papa Wu, Brooklyn Zoo, Buddha Monk.